Welcome to the MindFCK Podcast. Yay! I have a very amazing friend of mine, Chason. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
How you doing today, my friend? How is your morning going?
It's going very well. I got to go out, meet a chef buddy of mine who's helping with our TK program locally and is also going to, we're going to stir up a little bit of trouble together. So that's always fun and exciting. So, yeah.
Yay! Okay, we're going to start us off with what does chasing love to do for fun? Can you tell us?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm a geek. I'm a goober. I'm an old hockey player, which I can't play anymore. My knees and back just don't love that. So I keep searching for a roller rink because I think with knee braces, I could get on 8 wheels and make some magic happen. But anywho, I love gardening. I love putting my
Um,
hands in the dirt. I love gaming. I'm a nerd. So I grew up with the tabletop stuff and when you had to use your mind to escape when they're, before computers, before gaming systems, when there was a bunch of tabletop stuff. And so I remember wanting to be outside and wanting to go do stuff and wanting to get in the dirt, wanting to, get dirty and play. So I still love that. I still love outdoors. I still love being able to put my hands in the dirt, whether it's gardening, whether it's helping other people, whether it's landscaping, whatever it is. And yeah, so I think reading, I devour books.
oh,
I'm
okay.
still that guy that like walks into a library and is like, oh.
Fuck yeah. What are your top three books of all time?
Oh, that's terrible. I mean, I'd have to like break it down, but I'd have to break it down by genre and by. I will say this: I am a huge R.A. Salvatore guy. He
Okay.
is uh, a fiction, sci-fi, fantasy guy. He's created his like these entire worlds and these creatures and these. I mean, it's like Tolkien. So I love Tolkien
Okay.
and I love R.A. Salvatore. I like to read more for escape, but if you look in my office and you look behind me here, all of these books are partners of ours and people that are connected with the nonprofit, and a lot of them are about leadership and things of that
Right.
nature. Breathe, I've got some over here about breathing and self care and stuff. So there's a lot of self help and leadership and business related stuff. So nonfiction in my
Okay.
office, but my favorite is to read for fun, and
Fuck yeah.
that means I want to escape. So Tolkien and all of his work that he's done, R.A. Salvatore and all the work he's done. So it's more, I guess that's really more authors than it is specific books. But
Okay. Okay. That leads me to my next question. What are your top three games?
if we're talking about, well, my wife and I play cribbage all the
Huh?
time. So that, if it's a card game, I also love so I got my wife when I met my wife, I got her into playing one online game with me.
Fuck yeah.
And and it's called Diablo. And
Ah.
so she met me 26 years ago when there was Diablo 1. Now there's Diablo 4 out. And occasionally I'll get her online and we'll go crush some stuff. So it's kind of funny to see us running around. And of course, I play a character that turns into a big bear. So it's very fitting. And, she's just this dainty little bow character that shoots from afar. And I'm like, yeah, okay.
I
The
fucking
entire
love it.
audience just tuned out right now and went, "What?"
you
Yeah.
mentioned something. I fucking love it. Thank you so much for sharing that. You mentioned that you love like putting your hands in dirt. Do you like grow your own like, stuff? And what kind of stuff do you grow? Would you like to share?
Yeah, I mean, it's simple stuff because I have as my wife calls it, a little postcard backyard. But our dog is literally 8 pounds. He's a
Oh wow.
miniature hairy dachshund. So I have boots that weigh more than him. But for him, it's like, oh, look at he's got this metropolis back here. But we have a little backyard. I have a garden area that's wildflowers, and then I
Oh
have a
wow.
couple of garden areas that are herbs
Oh
specifically,
wow.
and then occasionally we'll do tomatoes and stuff like that. I can't grow a ton of things because of the space and
Right.
because of the soil, actually. So
Right. Oh, that is so fucking dope. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that, Chasen. I know I've asked you this before, but I would love for you to share it again. What does your name Chasen mean?
I don't know what chasen means because it's my grandmother's maiden name from a little town in Northern Ireland called Flanders, Northern Ireland. She
Okay.
came to the United States with her sister eons ago to teach at Florida State University before it was Florida State
Oh
University. It
wow.
was actually a girls' school. Most people don't know this,
Oh
but
wow.
before FSU became FSU, it was an all girls school. And my grandmother and her sister came to be teachers and to finish up their degrees. And that's how they came to the United States and then became citizens. And and then somewhere along that line, she met my grandfather, the forehand side of the family, and he was an Air Force mechanic. And so here we go.
Oh.
Forehand means strength of hand. And so we have this
Mhm.
really incredible crest. And you look at the chasens and you look at the forehands and you look at this crazy crest that we have and this blending of two different cultures really. And it's incredible. I don't know what chasen itself actually means, but I love the name.
Me
It's
too.
actually my middle name, and I've used it for decades because I did not like my first name.
What's your first name, if
And
I may ask?
yeah, well, I grew up in the time where Ronald McDonald was everywhere. Like literally, he's before you could opt out of commercials. He's on every commercial, he's on every billboard. The golden arches were everywhere. I'm not a fan of fast food. I'm certainly not a fan of the golden arches, and I really don't like clowns. And Ronald McDonald was everywhere. And when you're a kid in the day and age where, in the 70s, where every teacher and every class says your entire name, Ronald Chasen Forehand Jr. Ronald Chasen Forehand Jr. I and then everybody in the class erupts to Ronald McDonald, Ronald McDonald, and this went on for eons.
Oh
Every single
wow.
class. I'm like, nope, nope.
Oh
So, like, I needed more trauma in my life.
no. First of all, thank you so much for sharing that story. Wow, I really truly appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
You
wow,
feel like
that's
you're
very
carrying that
interesting.
with you now, like, all right, there we go. I just got my boost today.
Ah, I fucking love it. Alrighty. Now my next question is, Jason, from your perspective, what does it mean to be a human without conditions?
Well, I think if you're looking, I look at that two ways. When you say
Okay.
that, I think about how we view other people and how we create safe spaces for people to show up as themselves, be who they are unconditionally, and we don't judge that. That's psychologically safe. Hey, I'm gonna listen. I may not agree with everything you say, but I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna give you the safe space to be who you are, and show up and share your voice and feel heard, seen, valued. And I think for me, the same thing is in place, but there's a caveat as well because of my background. The thing that I say for myself is show up without any masks. Show up as Chason forehand without trying to be anything other than Chason forehand.
Mhm.
And that's an ongoing process. Even at my age, that's an ongoing process, a daily process of shedding what was
Mhm.
and becoming what is.
Mhm. Thank you. I really appreciate that honesty. I felt it. Thank you. Um, I wanted to ask, how does compassion and kindness show up for chasing, and how does that carry on through your everyday life?
I think it first starts for me, it starts by showering myself with that. Because I think, you hear the adage, you can't pour from an empty cup. I think you also is very difficult for you to give kindness and care and compassion and positivity into the universe and to other people if you are not giving that to yourself.
Yeah.
I, I mean, I see a drastic change in my life, especially in the last 5 years, as I've shed these last fragments of mask and started to tell more people about my journey and stretch myself to do things that are difficult. I've realized that I'm honoring myself and I'm giving myself the ability to grow and to thrive. And in doing so, I'm liberating other people around me to do the same.
I'm gonna get up round and I'm gonna give you a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you, Chasen, for choosing to show up as best as you can without no mask. That takes a lot of fucking courage. Because most of us live our lives with masks from the day we were born to the day we die because of fear, of shame, or whatever story that, we keep playing in our heads. But thank you for having that courage. That takes a whole lot of fucking guts. So thank you. I see you, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate you in this moment. Thank you for choosing to be a human being. Thank you. Thank you. I mean that. Thank you.
Well, thank you. You do the exact same thing. You're showing up in your way and in your journey in the most enlightened way that you possibly can. And I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you. Gratitude leads me to my next question, my friend. I want us to play since you like games. I want us to play like a little imagination game. So, Amazing Soul and Chasen is in the room right now, and 5-year-old Chasen walks up to you. What would you tell him?
I would tell him it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right. And you're going to walk through some dark time. You've walked through some really dark times. At 5 was a big turning point in my life. And yeah, so I would tell him to believe in himself, block out all the noise, and prepare yourself because you're going to go through some shit that's not going to be pretty, but it's going to be okay.
It's gonna be okay. Yeah. My final question. We all have valley points in our lives, right? And when Chasen is going through his own valley moment, are there any quotes, that, keep you going even when it's just storm all over you?
I'm not an overly religious person because of the things I've seen in my life, but I am a person of great faith. So I tend to do a lot of reading, especially devotionals that I have from different people that I respect that talk about things in my faith that help me understand that it is going to be okay and that I'm not alone. And then there's a fantastic quote by it's a poem actually by Marianne Williamson, and it's called Our Deepest Fear. And there's a
Mm,
segment, I'm going to paraphrase, but there's a segment in it that talks about what I mentioned earlier about our deepest fear is that we are scared of the light inside of us. And that when we realize that we shouldn't shrink for other people, that we should share our voice and that we should shine like children do, that we give other people around us unconsciously the
mm,
ability to do the same thing. And I realize what that impact is. And this year alone, as I in March for the first time shared my journey to 65 people in person for the
wow.
first time in my life, I watched how that has impacted not only my journey, but the journeys of other people around me. So that is, I've seen it in action.
Mm. Thank you. Thank you for your ripple. Thank you for your light. Thank you for your voice. Thank you for your courage. I fucking appreciate you, Chasen. I appreciate our connection. I appreciate you're my friend. I appreciate you're in my life. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for taking time out to share this moment with me. Thank you, Chasen. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Um, and to any beautiful human being listening to this, when it gets dark, when it gets uncertain, come back to compassion and kindness for yourself.